Well, hello, hello. It is another beautiful morning. And guess what? I don't know what happened to me yesterday, but I ended up just saying, you know what? I'm buying a ticket and I found a ticket to Nashville. And I do have a friend here in Nashville that I wanted to come see. I didn't even have a hotel. I didn't have anything. All I said is like, I'm traveling to Nashville. I found the first ticket in and I made it here. And guess what? Today I have the beautiful Jeannie Kestner, and she's also from Tennessee. Isn't that amazing that we're aligned in the same state? And I'm here from Florida. I'm so flattered to be here with you today. And for the ones that don't know, I am Blangelica and I'm founder of I Am My Biggest Fan. Owner of Blangelica's Boutique and also co-founder of the Blazen Empire. But it's not about me, guys. It's not about me. It's about bringing the essence of a collective, of helping people together, bringing people together with amazing knowledge and wisdom. And that's what I love. I love connecting with so many amazing people and then connecting them further to other people. And that is beautiful. So thank you for being here, my dear. Jeannie,
Thank
tell me,
you.
where are you from? What do you do?
Awesome. Well, first, thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure knowing you for, I don't know, I don't know. We met last year and just watching you grow and seeing what you do. That is so exciting for me. And thank you for having me here. Yeah, my name is Jeannie Kestner. I am the founder of the Show Up for Her movement based on my book, Show Up for Her Becoming Your Future Self. And it's all about helping women step out of that survival mode and back into who we were created to be. And I am loving creating this community and offering this membership to really just, as you do, just support and boost women up. It's so exciting to watch them transform and grow and just learn how to live in their beauty again.
And I just gotta breathe on that because it's so beautiful. I've seen my transformation and the ladies that we have helped throughout the years, and sometimes there's stories that actually emotionally just move me because I know to come from being basically a man. I didn't want to be a man anymore.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I'm a single parent of an only child. So I had to learn to be both the mother and the father. I had to be the one out mowing the grass when it needed to be mowed and cleaning the gutters and taking the trash out. I've done it for 30 years. And like sometimes we get to a point to where we're done with the labels. We just want to feel like we were created, like we are the women to be celebrated, the women to be able to live our dreams without having to explain ourselves.
Yes, and you know what? That's something that and I was talking to my friend the other day. I said there was something inside me that told me don't settle. Don't settle. It doesn't feel right. And when your heart is calling for something bigger, yes, I encourage you to continue to find that happiness, to give yourself more love. Amazing. So yes, I want to ask you something because it's so amazing how we overcome these breakthroughs. And what was your personal turning point that actually led you to begin your healing journey?
Oh, wow. I would say my healing journey probably really kicked off in 2009. Um, I'm a middle child. My parents, I had to move onto the family compound to help take care of my mother, who we could see having signs of illness. So I really poured into them for years. And then in about 2009, 2010, I was like, I can't keep doing this. I cannot keep doing for everybody else. It's killing me inside. I am stressed. I'm overwhelmed. I don't feel like myself. So I literally, Angelica, packed up my son and moved 1,400 miles away and took a job in another state. I moved from Tennessee to New Hampshire because I could not stand the crushing feeling I was feeling from all the obligations that other people put on me. They weren't my obligations, they were everybody else's. So I literally ran. you know,
Yes.
yeah, I become a runaway, from my own life that I had created. But I had this amazing opportunity in New Hampshire. It was a 3-year contract. I literally felt more myself in those 3 years than I had the 40 years before that. And I helped create a nonprofit. I helped really implement so many wonderful things for this small village up in New Hampshire. And I felt like I mattered for the first time. It was about what I wanted and how I was coping. People would ask me, "How are you doing?" No, really, how are you doing? Not one of those little just, "Oh, how are you today?" It was like, "Do you need anything? How can I support you?" And that's really what started my journey, is just being around such wonderful people for 3 years while I was under contract with that company. I will forever be grateful for them and the lessons they taught me, and how they taught me to stand up for who and what I was, and, let me be. They just let me be. That was powerful.
I love that. I love that. And that's what community is all about. One of the things that we love creating is community, and that's why I bring people on board also to get their story. I love
Yeah.
hearing people's story
Yeah.
because of this I overcame this, and because of this
Yes.
I'm here sharing my story with you, and you sharing your story with the world as well. And I love that. I'm really really happy for you that you found them, and those are stories that will never fade your memory whatsoever.
No, they are even now. So I was with them for 2009, 10, 11, and part of 12. And I still, it's 13 years later, and I still reach out to them. I still go visit them every year. If they're in Nashville, I try to go see them. It was an older community, a retirement community. So in the wintertime, they're in Florida. And, I'll say, "Oh, I'm going to be around town. Are you guys going to be there?" And I'll stop by. So I get to go visit with them still, and still have them like pour into me and all of their wisdom and knowledge. And I mean, it was a very magical time in my life. And the lessons that I learned about how I should be treated were priceless.
And that's another thing that brings my attention to the reasons why we create and we build long lasting strong relationships of amazing people that become not friends, they become family.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
love that. I love that for you. When did you realize that your story had the power to impact others?
Oh, wow. I didn't realize that probably till about a year or so ago. Because when I came back, when I made the decision to move back, because my son did not adapt well to the winter weather. So when my contract was up, I opted not to renew, to bring him back to Tennessee so that he could be amongst his friends during his high school years. And so again, I set very clear boundaries when I came back with my family, and it was really good for a few years. And then, you just start, you don't know when it happens. It's not like a switch is flipped, but some of that stuff just starts creeping back in on you. And so I didn't realize through, there's no there's no jobs here, no careers here. So I had to create my own. So I created and started my own businesses again. And so I just really got busy in the life of being busy, and creating a living for myself so I could raise my son. And so all of these boundaries just slowly start, brick by brick fall away. And so it wasn't until some years later, probably about a year and a half ago, I realized, okay, we're right back to where I was again. How did I let this happen? And I loved my life. I loved my community. I loved serving my community in my brick and mortar businesses. but none of them really knew who I was. None of them knew what my struggles were. And so, where I was trying to replicate what I had found in New Hampshire here at home, it never really felt the same. And I had a huge business loss that really wiped me out. And that put an extra strain on everything. And I just decided that, I have to get back to basics. I have to go back to learning who I am again, what I want, what my purpose is, and rebuild. So it was a new season that I had stepped into. And that's where the Show Up for Her book came from. Is just all of those lessons I have learned along the way about how to reclaim that identity, how to learn how to put myself first, not once, but twice. And if I can help anyone and support any other woman through living through the chaos and understanding that hustling harder is not what it's about. It's not about adding more to your plate. It's about aligning yourself with the life that really matters to you and then having that courage to step into it, because we all dream. We all have dreams. We all have visions of what we want our life to be like. But without the support and encouragement of community, sometimes we don't step into what that can mean for us. And
Yeah.
it's,
I'm so happy you showed up for yourself.
yes, yes.
Proud of you. I'm proud
First
of you.
person, thank you. I was
I
the
love
first
it.
person because here's the thing, you have to show up for yourself first before you
Yeah.
can really commit to showing up for anybody else. You may be doing everything for everybody else, but you're not really showing up for them. You're being there for them.
Yeah. It makes sense completely.
Yeah.
I've been there. I've been there.
Yeah. Yeah. So I know that, we're like so much in alignment with so much stuff. And that's why it's such a joy to talk to you and your community, that, we have to be true to ourselves first. Um,
Yeah,
Before we can even, what's the old saying? You can't pour from an empty cup.
definitely not. That's why to me, love it's everything. That's why I talk a lot about love and self-love, because that's actually what brought me here. If I would have never went deeper into the love that I desire, because I remember years ago when I was younger, maybe in my 20s, I will talk about love, and because there was a higher calling of love, I couldn't at
Right.
that time I didn't know, right? But
Yes.
everyone will be, they will actually bully me. They actually did bully me because I was too passionate.
Yeah.
And now it's like I know where is all that passion coming from, because it's here. It's exists in my DNA, and everything I do, and everything I do surrounds about love. It's all about love. The deeper I go into my love, the deeper I bring to the community. And that, to me and my world, is non negotiable.
Right, right. Yeah, and I really think that we need to get back to loving ourselves, loving our partners if we have one, loving our children, teaching our children how to love, and then really taking that out to the community and loving your neighbor, loving your grandparents. And, a lot of us are, I think the world is in a place where they're very selfish now. It's all about them, but it can be about you as well as.
Yes, yes, and I understand that deeply, completely. Yes. And I'm so happy you brought that up, because I was talking to Hazen the other day, and there are certain people that are serving community, but it's all about them. And
Yes.
I didn't resonate with that. Like we mentioned before we were actually recording, it's about you, me, and everyone. And
Yes.
that right there, it's just the most beautiful thing that we could ever do. We're here to serve. We're
Yeah.
here to also serve with love, and to allow ourselves to tell our story. Our story does matter. Our story
Yeah.
helps a lot of people. Yes.
Yeah. And we need to be able to hold a place where someone can come and feel safe to to have that clarity, to replace that chaos, because a lot of times we don't feel like we have that support at home, whether it be in our partner, our parents, our siblings, or even our best friends. There's some places that we feel are so dark inside, we don't want to talk or speak them. One, we don't want to speak them into truth. However, being able to just vent, being able to have a safe space where you can just say unfiltered whatever is on your mind and not be judged for it. Sometimes that's all you need, is to talk it out with someone, and then it's gone. That burden is lifted. You've talked it out. When you say things out loud, they have, you can get a different meaning from them than if you just have a conversation in your head about it. And if somebody else can hear that, they can see the truth in your words that maybe you don't even see. So to have that community where you can support someone in that way, and walk away not feeling any less than about the person that might have said this or that, but you've been there to support them and let them know that they've been seen and heard. That's all I wanted sometimes in my youth, in my younger years. I just wanted to be seen, I wanted to be heard, and I wanted to be listened to. And we don't have a lot of that nowadays. And that's one reason why I created that show up community. And I know that's why you've created your community, is because we
Mhm.
want women to feel safe, to be seen and to be heard, and not be judged by whatever comes out of their mouths, because just because you say it doesn't mean you're going to act on it.
Yes, and that's beautiful. And I love people to be genuine and authentic and just allow themselves to be them. Because that's
Yes.
so many times when, and especially when we were kids, and we're not pointing fingers to our parents because we know that this is from generation to generation.
Yes.
Oh, right. But yes, you couldn't speak. You couldn't
No,
say anything.
no.
It's not allowed, and you can't cry, and you can't do this. And so we were so suppressed into emotions over emotions over emotions. Next thing you know, it's so beautiful to heal from places and things and people, because then you could just genuinely just surrender to your own love and allow yourself to breathe the air and allow yourself to say, I freaking love myself, or whatever the case may be that you want to say. I am happy I broke through this. I am celebrating myself. You are so open to celebrate every single win, and a lot of people are so scared to celebrate their wins because what would they think?
Right. What will
No.
other people think, And not only that, like you said, we were taught to suppress our emotions. We were taught to not really celebrate ourselves or our wins, because if you celebrated a win, you were bragging, and we're not bragging. We're not braggadocious people. Um, but the to have a space where you can be supported and celebrated, and you can really brag about yourself. Hey, I did this today. Or hey, I made it through a day without crying. That's a huge win. And just having spectacular days are just as important as overcoming the bad days. And we get afraid because sometimes it's not in our comfort zone. Like, we love to live in our comfort zones and in our safe spaces. And even if we get huge wins or we start being celebrated by others, it feels uncomfortable to us. So we have to learn how to accept praise and adulations and just support. Some people are unfamiliar with what it feels like to be supported, so they just step away from it because
That's a really good point. I remember that I had to surrender more
yes,
deeper into love to be able to receive that love.
yes,
Oh
because
my gosh, yes.
it's so unfamiliar to us, and we are creatures of habit. And so if
Yeah.
our environment has taught us that we don't speak about love, we don't show love, we know it's there, but we don't express it, And then when you get into a situation with a partner or anyone, even just your children, like my mother, bless her, I love her to death. She's fighting dementia. But in our family, there were no hugs. There was no I love yous. There were a few pats on the back for doing a good job, but mostly, like you said, it was to be seen and not heard. And so when I had my son, I had to make a conscious effort, even though it was so uncomfortable for me, to make sure he knew verbally and emotionally and physically that I loved him. So I made sure to hug. I made sure to say I love you. I made sure to show him what I wasn't shown when I was younger because I wanted to break that generational curse. And
Oh,
yeah, and I
I
know,
get goosebumps
yeah,
because it's
I mean,
it's
I
like
know that my
curse after
family,
curse after curse. We're like, okay, which one is next?
yes, you have to stand up for yourself, and but you have to do the deep inner work.
Yeah,
You have
definitely.
to find out where some of this stuff is attached in your life, and then you have to make concerted and intentional efforts to correct it whenever it comes up.
I like that. Tell me something. What advice would you give for someone struggling to believe that they're worthy of love?
Oh, that's a big one to unpack. That is a big one. First, you have to get comfortable in your own skin. I mean, you have to, and our minds are so incredible, but where our focus goes, our energy goes. So, first, you have to stop with the negative talk, even when it's in your own head. Oh, that's so dumb. Why did I do that? Just those little things that we say, and oh, I'm never going to get it. I just don't know how to do this. I mean, that is so negative. Flip it around. Say, you know what? If I keep practicing, I'm going to get it. I'm not dumb. I just may not know how to do the next step. You have to really, in your mind, start believing that you're worthy. It's a lot of work, it's a heavy lift. Because once we start believing that we're worthy and that we deserve all that love and all that goodness that's out there, then that energy, all about energy work, it's going to start just going out into the world and you're going to change your situation. It's all about perspectives and it's about believing in the right, honest, best perspective. It's a hard lift, it's a heavy lift to start believing that you're worthy. And it's an ongoing, I mean, it's not a one and done. You can't just flip a switch and say, okay, I'm worthy now, because that's not how it happens. But you have to be so settled into yourself and know yourself to really put that boundary about, like, I am worthy of this. And I am going to make sure that nobody crosses that boundary unless they're worthy enough to come over. You have to
Yeah.
protect that.
It's and like I always share with anyone in their journey that are working on their self-worth and their value and whatever the case may be, just their own love. It's okay to sometimes just fall off
Mhm.
but I always don't just just be nice to yourself. Be nice to yourself. The greatest thing is being aware. Once you're aware, you could always come back to you. There's always that you could start again over and over
Yeah.
and over again. There's no right or wrong about this as long as you never give up on yourself.
Here's the beauty about that is you don't start over from zero.
Yeah.
You start over from where you left off because you've already went through and learned those beginning lessons. So you're always evolving.
Beautiful.
And you never start back where you started. You're always like, if you're on a journey and you take 5 steps, and for whatever reason you're not back 3 steps, you're already 2 steps into that journey. You start from step 3. You don't start back from 0 again. Because we've already learned some of those lessons. So we just have to stack them and pile them on and then truly believe that they're real and protect them so that you don't have those days where you slide back.
Love that. Love yourself more, everyone. Ladies and this goes for both, for whoever's watching.
Really.
This is for both. This is not a gender related conversation. This is for any masculine or feminine, kids, young, adult, old. You could be
Yes.
90 years old. Love yourself more. And
Yes. There's
there's
so
no age no age restriction.
no, no. And we have to learn to believe in we have to be our biggest cheerleaders
Mhm.
because if we don't cheer for ourselves, nobody else is going to cheer for us because, you know, it's kind of like you can't tell someone to start exercising if they're not ready to start exercising themselves. You can't tell someone to stop drinking if they're not ready to stop drinking themselves. So it's hard to cheerlead or be supportive of someone who's not ready to act. I mean, we can be there, we can listen, but at some point, you have to do the deep work yourself. Nobody else can do it for you.
You're
Yeah.
right,
And it
completely
takes,
right.
you have to love yourself enough to want to do that.
Yes.
And it's going to be through a lot of journaling, a lot of prayer, a lot of just sitting with yourself and just asking the hard questions. Where am I? Why am I here? What do I want out of life? How did I get here? That's a big one, because a lot, especially as you're older, there's going to be a lot more to dig through and uncover. But once you realize the how, then it leads to the why, and then it leads to what can I do to change it?
Mm.
What do I need to do from here to make sure that never happens again?
Let me ask you something.
Yes.
If you could share one wealth building mindset
Hmm.
that could change anyone's life, what would it be?
Wealth building mindset. Wow. So there are a lot of through my clients and what I've learned myself. There are a lot of lies and guilt and shame connected around money, and a lot of it is generationally learned. Uh, some of it is we think money's evil, and it could just be a subconscious thought. It doesn't have to be something that I don't believe that, but somewhere in your subconscious, you believe that money is more than just a tool because that's all it is. It's a tool. Money is nothing but an exchange of value. Like, I have something of value, you want it, this is what it's worth. You give me the money, I'm going to give you the knowledge, the value, the product, whatever it is. So, with wealth building, I would say that don't limit yourself. There's more than enough for everybody, but know your value, know your worth, and give more than what they're expecting to receive. And that is going to build your wealth. It's about the relationships that you create in the exchange of money for value. Um, and that's really all it is. And honestly, it's not really about money. Um, we used to, way back in the days, use the barter system. You have a chicken, I need a cow. You need eggs, I have milk. Let's exchange that.
Page.
Yes. So it's building wealth is about compound effort. You
I
know,
like I like
yeah,
that too.
yes,
Mhm.
you have to compound. the effort, you have to compound the value, you have to be of service, because the more people you help, the more you're going to be helped.
Yes, and we're here to serve. We're here to serve.
Yes, we
I
are here
love
to
it.
serve.
Yeah.
And as a friend of mine who is a pastor told me, God don't want nobody broke.
And I don't want either. I believe that all my friends, if I make money, they're all making money too. I mean, this is for you, for me, for all of us.
Yeah, so you
Let
have
me
to
ask
have
you a
that servant heart.
question. I mean, no, it's the right thing to do. I mean, and what we're creating, it's like we're so excited to bring more to our community because it's because of that. Because
Yeah,
of I want everyone to grow. I want everyone to be successful in life and to love themselves more and to find a partnership, either if it's a romantic or a collaborator, whatever it is, there's
right.
always so much growth. So yeah. Where can people connect with you?
Okay, so you can connect with me through coachjeannielynn.com. You can find me on Facebook, or you can go to showupforher.com. And that's going to take you to, if you do the showupforher.com, it's going to take you to a video training vault that I've created, that goes from mindset to wealth building to learning how to have a presence or build an online business. But also inside there is, it also leads to my books, and it also leads to my Show Up for Her community that I'm building to support women in any way that they need to be supported, so that they can kind of cut through that chaos and the hustle and just start becoming in alignment. So when you're in alignment, everything flows. You never have
And
to
it's
look
so
for it.
yummy. It's so
Oh,
yummy.
yes,
You heard
yes.
that right. Showupforher.com. I'm gonna check it out. I have not checked that one out. That's amazing.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing. I will definitely
Absolutely.
check it out. Do you currently have any offers, events, or any gifts that you want to share with the audience?
Oh, absolutely. Well, I do have, of course, my membership, and I'm doing a webinar on the 28th for founding members, so they can get in as lock in a lower price for a lifetime. But that's the 28th. I do have a free giveaway. I'm not sure how you want to get it to them. If you want to post it, I think I sent it to you. But if you just do podcast guest freebie, that is going to take you to a document that will take you from overwhelm to purpose in less than 10 minutes. So it's just this quick 10-minute clarity reset guide that I've created for anyone that's feeling like super overwhelmed right now, and they just need that little bit of space to get a reset and start over, because we all know that none of us needs to have a bad day. We may have a bad moment, but it's only a moment. It's already happened, and it's not happening in the future. So this is just a quick clarity reset guide that I've given, and I will definitely, I think you have the link, but if not, I will definitely make sure that you have that to share with your community. But yeah, so I'm super excited about that, to offer that to your members or your people. And so,
Everyone watching, connect with
yes.
Jeannie, everyone, connect. Jeannie, and let me ask you this because this is your day, this is your throne. If I would have asked you to finish this sentence, the world needs more of, what would you say?
Oh, all right. The world needs more of, I think that we need more conversations that are real and not polished. We need a community that says, like, you're not alone here. Like, I think we just need to dare to show up more in our true reality, in our true purpose, as our true selves, to just show up more so other people can see our beauty and our light, and we can spread that among the world. And I think it would be a much better place.
Oh, I love that. Thank you so much.
You're
It's been
welcome.
such an honor having you
Yes.
here. I've had so much fun.
Oh, thank you. It's been great. I love hearing about what you're doing and how you're moving and shaking and bringing people into community also. And really, we need more relationships. You
Yes, we do. Long-lasting relationships where we could all grow together. This is for all of us. And to share amazing stories and let ourselves be seen, heard. We all need this bonding and it's beautiful. It's such a pleasure allowing people to come in my space and also sharing
know
their
that for
story. I love it. I love it. Well,
you. Yeah.
you heard it, everyone. You heard it. It's such
Yeah.
amazing day. We're here in Tennessee today. I'm just here for a couple of days. She's here permanent for now. And yes, you heard all the stories. So connect with Jeannie, please. Allow
Yeah.
yourself to flow in that essence. Show up for you, show up for yourself. I love yourself more and deeper. I'm telling you, you will never be disappointed. The more you love yourself, the greater things and things start dropping up like magic. So
Yeah.
thank you so much for being here, Jenny. Thank
Thank
you.
you
It's
for
been a
having me.
pleasure. And
Yes.
for that don't know me, I am Blangelica. I am founder of I am my biggest fan, owner of Blangelica's Boutique. I am a Reiki master, a self-love empowerment coach, and I co-create with the amazing Hasten Christensen, and together we're building the Blazen Empire. Stay tuned for more. There's so much coming, digital marketing, brainstorming sessions. We're gonna take you guys from 0 to 100 and then the millions, and I can't wait to bring that essence with you. So thank
I'm
you for
excited
being
to watch.
here.
Yes.
Thank